I'd like some Trews, here is some Trews right now. I need some Trews, here is some Trews right now. Some Trews today, dum 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 dum. Don't pretend it's just normal Trews when Simon Amstel is sat there participating with a green drink in his hand and a look of bafflement. Every day the Mail prints a picture of the Queen sat on Sank. Yesterday, the Queen was sat on an horse. There she is, the Queen, 88 years, and she's still able to sit on a horse. Here she is, this little girl, sat on a pretend horse. Stop showing me pictures of the Queen sat on things, unless it's sat on a vast spike, going up through her abdomen, emerging through her head, while we, the people of Britain, dance round her like she's a maypole, and we return to our pagan roots. Is that cruel?
Well, to her, but I suppose as we've already sort of turned her into something other than a human, it's sort of alright to say that.
We've already turned her into something other than a human. She's in on the money. She's just a picture on some money. I only meant the money Queen. Yeah. Look at that. That's 2 pages of news. Is this?
No,
women
this is an advert.
in a meadow. Yeah. Well, I don't know. Why should we distinguish? I mean, the whole newspaper is really just a table to put an advert on.
I never even read them. This is the first time I've even come into contact with them.
Well, don't come back, because look at this is what it is.
Hang on, so
women
these women looking at something. What's going on over there? Maybe the Queen's on a pole.
I believe in ghosts, says Jennifer Saunders. How can that be relevant now? Right, look, because like, say that information wasn't offered, you wouldn't seek it out, would you? You wouldn't like wake up everyone and go, fucking, do you know what? I wonder what Jennifer Saunders' attitude is towards the paranormal.
Yeah.
Should we, hopefully it's in the mail. It is! Look at this like sort of advert I really like. Honestly. There's just a handsome man near a phone. What are we supposed to glean from that?
I'm amazed I got so much for so little. Oh, he got a good deal on this phone.
And he's so handsome.
Yeah, and he's got that lovely hat.
He's like, I wish I was more like him.
Yeah, that's the idea, right? We're supposed to think...
If hold on a minute, I'd like to be like that. I can be that for $13.99. That's perfectly reasonable.
Every month.
He's having...
It's not a one-off.
It's not reasonable. I thought it was a one-off easy payment and I'd be
How much is that hat?
I only even got the hat. That's additional. It's an additional surcharge for hats. Can you please put hat not included? What do you feel about that, Simon?
So these are breasts on page 3. And I'm told that this is fine now because they're curing breast cancer. Experts
blast claim that it doesn't save lives. This is the Sun trying to attach their page 3, as Simon has observed, to breast cancer. But they still use the sort of sexist 70s language. Excuse me, love, better cop a feel of that. Oh,
how was it?
You're safe. Eventually, if we exploit women resolutely enough, breast cancer will just clear off.
That's what they've said, though, isn't it? They've said that if...
Check them out Tuesday, you know.
Oh, is it only Tuesdays they do it?
Well, I mean, here it's Thursday, and they're not. This is just Sam from Manchester, 27.
Is she doing nothing for breast cancer?
This isn't helping breast cancer at all.
Are they going to be doing the same for testicular cancer?
Right.
And bowel cancer?
No, because male genitalia is not considered, I mean, it's amusing, I suppose, because the penis has those 2 formats, erect and flaccid. You never know what you're going to get with the penis, so it makes it inherently a comedic thing. However, in a patriarchal society, men are not going to allow their genitals to be exposed. The secrecy and the power of the phallus. Never pay attention to him. We're not sure if he's even real.
Okay.
Also, do you not think that male genitals... Oh, no, you're gay, of course.
What?
Male genitals, I don't think they look as nice.
Well, maybe yours don't.
Mine are glorious. The Daily Mail, I don't know how you feel about it. For me, it's sort of like everything could be prefixed with "be frightened because Nigella is barred from the US over drug confession." There she is, looking challenged and tormented. Nigella Lawson, what is she being used to represent in our media? Well, let's think about when, the most prominent language attached to her, domestic goddess, Nigella Lawson. Now what's happened to the goddess? She is grounded. She has been robbed of the ability to fly. She is no longer deified. She is ordinary. She's been brought low. So, in a way, this sort of the archetype of the goddess and the ritual of sacrifice applies in the narrative of Nigella Lawson. What do you reckon, Si? What do you reckon?
I was going to say, and therefore, so what? So what do we do with that?
What do we do with that information? I suppose what we do is when we look at this stuff, we sort of say, how come, when really, like you said, it doesn't have any effect on us, it doesn't matter to me, although like Nigella Lawson, I'm sure she's very nice, it doesn't matter if she can go to America or not, But I will find it interesting if I look at it, because it's using a pre-existing code, a mythical code that's in human consciousness to find deities, gods, and particular narratives or folk tales or stories or myths interesting. What you do is, I suppose, if I say what we're doing, is that you go, recognise that it's bullshit. Firstly, recognise that the whole cultural myth, because like whether you're getting it in the Telegraph, the Mirror, the Guardian, the Independent, or the Mail, it's all bullshit. You're getting broadcast the frequency of bullshit. It's not necessarily deliberate, but it is real. Perhaps you need look no further than the crest of the Daily Mail: a lion and a unicorn. The lion representing our sort of bellicose, animal nature, and the unicorn representing our divine, mystical nature. Importantly, the unicorn is always chained. Here's a bit of analysis of the phenomena of fame and how famous people and celebrities are used to fulfil the role originally played by gods. I don't know, points of focus, representations of divine traits. It's inevitable that the world in which children grow shapes them. When we set up rituals or practices to control this process, anthropologists call it imprinting. It's the way in which customs, routines and familiar objects become embedded as much in the subconscious as the conscious mind. The idea of exposing children to what some call celebrity culture might not be immediately appealing, since there's all that explaining to do with drugs, dalliances to emit and upsetting notions of hamsters, but it does happen through a child-friendly approach to fame. It uses here, because this book is a little bit old, like Miley Cyrus as an example of a child-friendly star. But what did Miley Cyrus do? She went all unchild-friendly by shaking her bum about when she went through puberty. She decided to become a woman, and she tried to drag her child audience with her. Well, they weren't ready to become women yet. They was children. Some of them was boys. So, they could never become women. Well, I mean, they can. That's up to them, can't they, in this day and age? Fair enough, I don't mind what you call yourself. Have a laugh, do express yourself, you know what I mean? Be an helicopter if you like. I ain't fucking bothered. But what I'm saying, what's wrong with that?
I don't know. It's just very fast and a lot.
That's right. It's hard in here.
Get it all out.
Get it
all out. Put it on the internet.
Put it on the internet. Now.
Oh, more?
I've still got something in this side. Still saying.
Let it
just
out.
leave it there.
Let it
Do you
out.
reckon that's enough?
No, put it on the YouTube.
That's enough, Trews. Simon has vetoed it. That was some Trews, even though the next bit was the key to enlightenment. Dum 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 dum. Will you come back again to the Trews, do you think?
I don't know.